We are jumping straight into the state of AI in early 2026.
And it seems like the entire conversation has shifted.
It really has. The headline isn't some fancy new chip. It's all about access. The era of what the reports call AI scarcity. It's pretty much over.
We've moved into commoditized intelligence. It's a huge shift. I mean, think back to just 2024.
Oh, yeah.
The good stuff, the frontier models, were all behind a $20 paywall. If you were free, you got the dumb version.
You were locked out. But now is totally different. The sources describe this new system as the gumbo compute model.
Which is such a strange but perfect visual.
It fits right, because it's a mix.
Exactly. The paywalls have sort of dissolved into these dynamic gates. So now companies like OpenAI, Google, they give free users access to their best models. We're talking GPT 5.2, Gemini 2.5 Pro.
But there's a catch.
There's the catch. Your access depends on global server load.
So if it's 3 a.m. and the network is quiet, you get the supercar.
Right. But if it's peak hours and everyone is online, you get downgraded to the mini model, or you just hit a hard cap.
Which means the key skill for you, the listener, isn't just prompt engineering anymore. It's compute arbitrage.
That's the perfect term for it. You have to know which free tool to pull out for which specific job.
Okay, so let's break down the big four with that strategy in mind. Starting with the leader, OpenAI. The sources are calling ChatGPT the sniper rifle.
Yeah, and that's because you get the absolute top-tier thinking models for free, but your ammo is, it's extremely limited.
How limited are we talking?
You might get 4, maybe 5 really high-reasoning queries a day before you're throttled.
So you're not using it to brainstorm a dinner menu?
No way. You save it for that one incredibly complex logic problem you need to solve that day.
Okay, so if you need volume, you go somewhere else.
You go to Google Gemini. That's the heavy artillery. Specifically, the Flash model. The data shows it can handle something like 15 requests per minute.
For human typing, that's basically unlimited.
Pretty much. But while we're on Google, there's this other tool that feels like the real hidden gem of 2026.
Google AI Studio.
Yes. It's not a chatbot. It's more like a developer playground, but anyone can use it. And the killer feature is the context window.
It's 2 million tokens. For free.
2 million. It's hard to even picture that.
It's about 1.5 million words. You can upload 5 textbooks, a long video transcript, a whole code base, all at once.
And ask questions across all of it. Nothing else in the free tier even comes close to that for deep analysis.
Which brings us to Anthropic's Claude. If OpenAI is the sniper and Google is the artillery, then Claude is the specialist.
Totally. The message caps are tight, maybe 25 a day. You use Claude very specifically for its artifacts feature.
For what kind of tasks?
If you need to instantly render a piece of code or see a preview of a website you're designing in a separate window, it's a one-shot kind of tool.
And then there's the wild card, the disruptor, DeepSeek.
DeepSeek just broke the whole model. They offer their flagship V3 and R1 reasoning models completely free.
So what's the trade-off?
Patience. The currency you pay with is your own patience. You're going to see a lot of server-busy errors. You're trading reliability for raw power.
Let's pivot to the creative side, specifically video. It feels like we're in a golden age for free video tools.
We are, but there's let's say a cynical reason for it. Video generation is the new loss leader.
They're giving it away to get training data.
Absolutely. We are the beta testers. But you're right, the value is real. Krea AI is the standout. They give you 66 credits that reset every single day.
And that's enough for what, 3 or 4 decent videos?
3 or 4 high-quality videos every day, which is just a world away from the 3 videos a month limits we used to see.
And for the coders out there, the fight seems to be between Windsurf and Cursor.
Yeah, it really comes down to your preferred workflow. Windsurf gives you unlimited autocomplete for free. If you just want to tab your way through code, it's totally frictionless.
But Cursor is smarter.
Arguably, yeah. Its prediction engine is more robust, but they gate those premium predictions. You burn through your free allotment fast.
So let's pull all of this together. The zero-cost stack. The big idea is to stop searching for one super app.
And start orchestrating. Don't be a maximalist, be modular. The report uses this great student stack example.
Right, so you start your research on Perplexity. Just pure discovery, finding your sources.
Then you take the 50 PDFs you found over to Google AI Studio, because it's the only tool that can actually read and analyze all of them at once.
With that giant context window.
Exactly. And then only at the very end, you take your final draft or your core argument over to ChatGPT.
And you use your 5 sniper shots to get the final polish and grammar just right.
You're just using the best free feature from each platform. It's like an assembly line.
So the barrier to entry isn't financial anymore. It's just your ability to organize that workflow.
That is the democratization of intelligence. The tools are all right there on the table. You just have to know what order to pick them up in.
A fascinating change of the landscape. So we'll leave you with this final thought from the deep dive. If free no longer means inferior, but just means limited capacity, how does that change the way you value your own digital output? Thanks for listening.